This is the Captain Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm Bragg. I'm joined today by Tom,
Ni hao.
Lachlan,
Ni hao.
and Jake.
I'm not being racist.
Well, that's not really racist. It's just
No.
It was for one of them.
Tom.
You-
Sorry. G'day.
There we go.
Yeah,
you
there
say
we
it.
go.
Yeah. Has it ever like? No, you say g'day legit. Every now and then.
Sometimes.
I
I say
feel
how
so.
do-
If I hate saying it, it makes it feel so weird. Even when I was overseas, I hated
Overseas.
saying overseas.
The overseers.
I say mate a lot, but g'day here just doesn't slip in.
I don't know. I reckon I got the accent for it.
Yeah, probably. G'day.
What, the half American one?
Good day, fellow citizen.
What was that?
I know.
Nah.
I mentioned US, and he goes to Britain. It's just like, good day.
I say good day, sir. I said good day.
That's the yeah. There we go. Yeah, that one go.
I say good day, sir. I say good day. Good day.
No, you just check out like you go to the club, see some bitches, and you're like, oh, g'day.
No.
No.
And
Definitely.
then they're like, who the fuck are you, and how'd you get my house?
How's the week in Yu-Gi-Oh, Tom?
I didn't play.
Yeah, actually, I guess only Jake played, right?
It was I.
I've had a pretty decent week in Yu-Gi-Oh.
If you bring up, oh my god, don't you dare.
Alright, Red, you do yours first then. Jake, talk about your incredible time playing the same deck that you've been playing for 3 years, like me.
I've varied, and you well know that.
I've varied too.
No, you have not.
I played Sky Striker for like 2 months.
And Salad for a little bit too.
And Salad for like probably a month.
Anyway, Jake, seriously, how's your week in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Good. So last Sunday I won, and then it's been a lot of X1 since then. No, X2 since then. The build's very localized, and then when people that don't come to locals come in, it tends to die.
Yeah.
So yeah, it needs some change. The amount of time. Speaking of the localization, so Lachlan's Dynamist gives me problems because I can't get at them. So I put in a Super Poly target specifically for them. But then when he wasn't there, I forgot to like swap it back out for something else. So I went to go to Super Poly to attack for game, and there was no valid target. And I was like, "Fuck,
You
fuck it,
deserve
Lachlan."
Wait, what's
Bro,
the,
if you are main decking it out for a Dynamist card,
Wait, what's
you
the-
That's
deserve
what I mean.
this.
It's localized.
what's the
You
super? What's the super?
deserve this.
Invoked Kaliga.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
sorry, Cocytus, not
The
Kaliga.
clients. Oh, yep. Yeah, because I was.
I can
See,
get over
this
it,
is
it's just
why.
a little bit of a bitch.
I've been thinking of that one too because I'm just like going through. I went through every fusion monster looking for something for his deck.
Cocytus
I'm like,
is the
I'm like, surely one of the machines.
Not only does it get rid of it, and then
Paroid.
what?
Pair Psychoroid or something. It's like 2 machines. I believe.
Really?
I believe so. I'll look it
Oh.
up. I'll look it up, don't worry.
Yeah. So it's good to know that you also are doing the same thing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it's very made for locals. Whereas when it goes to the big tournaments, it needs to be different.
I'm right about Pair Psychoroid, but I'm also kind of wrong. So it's 2 machine monsters with the same name. So, like, if I had like 2 Plasios up or something, then yeah. But
Do you
otherwise,
ever?
that's like my main win con at the moment. Is just get 2 up and be like, there is nothing I cannot beat.
But yeah. So some victories, some middle of the road ones. Lachlan, get it out of the way quick.
Alright,
It's so
yep,
many
I made
fucking-
Mystic Minor Mist.
Oh.
Because you can attack directly even while Mystic Mine is on the field, protect yourself from any hand traps happening to you, and you just have Spinos. Basically, if they've got 2 monsters on the board, that's all you need. So you bring Spinos out and any other. You need like Spinos, another one, Charge, and Mystic Mine. So you just need like, that. You use Spinos' effect, tribute the thing.
What about if I imperm it?
Dynamist have inbuilt protection from imperm in the scales.
He's from.
What about if I said
Quick.
I'm trying to interrupt me. And then you just limit a removal and you attack directly for 10k.
Sweet, cool.
And that's just how it works. It's easy. You
Yeah.
just win. And
See how
I'm
you
trying
go
that out. I'll let you know. I'll see.
Tomorrow?
I don't have the extravagances, which I imagine
yeah.
probably leads us into our next topic.
No, we'll get
Oh.
to my weekend.
Fuck. Oh yeah, how's your weekend, Lugia?
Lugia.
Um,
How was your week in Lugia?
so we finally saw out the Oceanics for Pokemon, and now I'm immediately back into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Because it is the better game.
Yeah, it's a in comparison, like those, like that table space was too tight. That was,
Well, okay, so last year we had a bigger hall.
yeah. Well, that's the thing, yeah.
Well, hire a bigger hall.
Well, I mean, I suspect
I legitimately didn't think that they were expecting that many players.
That's their
it's
fault.
only 400 people.
No, but like they didn't expect that many for like juniors, seniors, masters.
Well, even on, but this was day one. Like the juniors and the seniors weren't playing.
Yeah.
Like it was just there wasn't. It was like the 1,000-person YCS, but with half the people in the room.
The double
Oh,
with like,
they had about 200, 300 people there for video game. I know it was just they could have had a couple more tables.
They really should have had.
and the chairs were ass.
Yeah, the chairs were pretty bad.
Scully broke two of them.
I'm pretty sure the whole. I'm pretty sure we were in the
That
wrong
photo
hall.
is one of the funniest things. And I got to see it in person as it happened. I got to see the chair slowly bend and then just. That photo of Scully in the broken chair is quite possibly one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because he looks like this.
Um,
So good.
Blake top 64.
Blake came 62nd.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Lewis
six-
came
well, no, six-
37th.
Yeah,
Six, technically 61 and 36.
and Lewis.
Yeah, because two people got.
One person got DQ'd.
One person got DQ'd through pretty crazy shit. Apparently his deck list was one Pokemon 59
Yes.
energy.
I was wondering if you could do that. Like, I mean, so
They accepted it.
they accepted it. I didn't chance it when I submitted a Brit's deck list where I was just like, she's not going to play. So I was tempted to do that, but I went, oh no, I'll put a serious deck together just in case anything weird comes up. But yeah, so they DQ'd him for that. Then another guy just blatantly cheated by accident, and he claims. It didn't help him. It was really bad. It was a really bad
What
play
happened?
anyway. Tor like
Oh, toward the double quick ball.
yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, yeah, and then some other guy got dumped for
He
insufficient
activated quick ball
randomization.
Yeah.
and then just picked it back up and then activated it again.
Yeah, he legitimately
yeah.
he legitimately forgot.
But like but his bench was like it didn't really achieve anything. He still lost the game. If he got game lost for that game, that probably would have been a godsend. He got game lost it later. Like it was actually bad.
So the card said quick ball, but he read it as Sky Striker mobilizing dash.
Yeah.
He found Kagari, activated Kagari. Kagari effect, add back quick ball.
Quick ball effect, search.
Search Kagari.
So while that was going on, actually, so then we pretty much went back to the hotel room after that and then started watching both the YCS coverage.
I thought we watched the LBT.
YBT.
That is the worst programming I've ever seen.
Yeah, RBT's all. I hate it. I've also watched nearly.
It also makes me hate like how they decide punishments, because you look at people that have had like fucking 3 lines of coke and they get like maybe 12 months probation. Someone's over the limit a tiny bit. 12 months jail.
There was just one guy who was like, yeah, I'm just trying to get back in my daughter's life, just trying to do what's best for my daughter. You know, I've been clean for a while now, and then they were like, yeah, you've tested positive for meth.
But after RBT, we watched YCS.
Oh yeah,
Utrecht.
immediately afterwards.
And
we
no one
watched,
was getting drug tested there, I don't
Utrecht, or whatever it is.
So,
However we
Utrecht-
pronounce it, because apparently
Utrecht.
apparently we pronounce it wrong. I read there's like 3 syllables in the way it's supposed to be pronounced.
Utrecht.
Yeah.
Utrecht.
That was 3.
Whatever. Otherwise,
YCS Europe.
2,000 people, like over 2,000 people, pretty good. So they had a top 64 cut.
They probably had more space.
Apparently the top judge was the knight.
Yeah,
head judge with the
they
Is
before
that the one Joshua?
So I wonder
Yeah.
if that does. I wonder if that did ruin the invoked stuff.
He had a very strange ruling from what I heard about the field spell, which I 100% do not agree with.
Because
More so.
that's meant to work for Super Poly. They've misinterpreted a ruling and applied it to the whole thing.
So basically, the field spell for invoked reads that when you commit a fusion summon, your opponent can't negate it. Also, your opponent's effects can't activate in response to that fusion summon. the head judges interpreted it to when your opponent commits a fusion summon, they then can't activate their own cards in response to their own fusion summon, even though the first effect is tied in with the second with the field spell, and it only applies to the person who played it.
Hold up.
So then, like, in the mirror matches, if you opened with Meltdown and you went to do Shadoll Fusion, sent your stuff as cost, or on res or whatever, your stuff engraved, and even the monster you summoned wouldn't activate their effects.
Yeah. So that kind of mucked around that. Because, yeah, they've definitely... That judge has misinterpreted the ruling of Super Poly. Where,
The activation of your cards.
yeah. It's,
This is entirely wrong.
yeah.
Yeah,
100%
we're agreeing.
incorrect.
Yeah, like it's... but yeah, if you Super Poly their Shadow monster, it won't get an effect.
Exactly, because you've committed a fusion summon.
Yeah, because you've done the summon. It's not... Otherwise...
It's wrong. It's just not right.
So I'm not sure how that's going to come into it. I mean, but that only really works in the mirror match, so that's neither here nor there. Spiral with 13 places in the top 64. Salad with 10, Altergeist with 8, Invoke Shadow with 6, Dinosaur with 5, Lunar Light with 4, Invoked with 4, 3 Thunder Dragons, and 11 others. Oh, I didn't read that. I don't know what the others are.
Well, at least one of them was the Cherubini Turbo.
Oh, of course, yeah, because that came second, and Salamangreat came first.
Well,
And it is, according to our local
according to our
salad
resident
expert,
salad expert.
he got lucky. A whole 14 rounds, he got lucky.
He
And he's
could've
playing a bad deck. That is a possibility, I guess.
That and also Josh Schmidt getting DQ'd.
What did he get DQ for?
So apparently his desires or something were yellow or
With
something.
yellowish
like that.
on the top, and he could check, even though you can't really see when
them
he...
through the sleeve.
But it's apparently the same head judge that did it, like, called him on the same thing last time, and he appealed to another head judge last time. The other judge was like, "There's nothing wrong with this." As far as I'm understanding, this time there wasn't another one he could appeal to, and so
And
this
they
judge who just had something against him was like, "No."
they
he
didn't
won."
allow him to even like consider replacing the cards.
Yeah, a straight DQ. So it was someone who didn't like Joshua Smith,
Yeah.
like everyone. No, no, I'm joking. Joshua Smith's a cool guy.
If you're listening, Josh, feel
I've
free
only
to
ever, I
subscribe.
don't think I've ever seen their deck profile. Like,
Cause it was like X1 with like Shaddolls.
I've only read his deck lists. Like, it's strange. Yeah. So the salad list seemed fine. Like, it seemed adequate.
It seemed like every other salad list in that it had a shit ton of hand traps and engine, which
Yeah,
is
and
just what they've
and the
been-
hand traps were more catered towards what they were expecting. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's not different to what we've been seeing from Salad for a long time now.
before we get to the big takeaways, we'll switch to the Team YCS top decks. So Team
think-
YCSs are a bit weird. Like, I'm not
It's
sure.
never a perfect format. Apparently, it's very dino heavy.
Yeah, like a lot of dinos are around. So, let's say the top 8 teams, but the decks that were in them were 18 Spirals, 7 Shaddolls, 7 Dinos, 4 Salad, 4 Dragon Link, 3 Lunar Light, 2 Altergeist, 1 Subterra, 1 Infernoid, 1 Block Dragon Burning Abyss.
I will bet with all of my heart that it was 2 Altergeist and 1 Subterra that were on one team, just a whole team of cancer.
Yeah.
I will put money on that.
So, Dragon Link turned up in that one, but not in Europe. Utrecht.
It kind of did.
Ooh.
The Cherubini Turbo was Dragon Link effectively.
Yeah, but that's not Rockets, sorry.
Rockets did something.
Yeah, Rockets were in Cherubini Link, weren't they?
So
Yeah, like Cherubini Link was.
So
like
the Rockets are
basically-
in the other as well, because obviously, like, I mean,
Yeah, anything that uses Dragon Link uses some component of Rockets, but this
Yeah.
one was much more Rocket based in that the end board was very similar to a Rocket end board, that you had the Unchained Link to pop the Silver Rocket and Silver Rocket poachers from the extra.
yeah,
So it's very similar in that respect.
yeah. So did Shaddolls underperform here? Were people just ready for them side deck wise?
I think
I think they just... What's the whelmed? They did the exact middle. They did exactly what they were supposed to do.
so. Since it's come out, I've not thought it was that good anyway. But I think a lot of it is that it was very hyped, so people knew that it was going to be highly represented in this. So there was sides accordingly.
I'm pretty sure its conversion rate's fine though, because Spiral was the most represented deck. which I can't imagine like sticking with Spiral after the UDS. Like that's a lot of players. I guess like they've tested when it's too late to change. Just I probably wouldn't have.
I guess it's also like comfortability, right?
Yeah.
Like with Melbourne, like Bickerham, right?
Yeah.
Or like no, like when you have a look at the two top decks that won that, right? It was the two top decks are like Ability Art and like Mutary. Like
Yeah,
they've
players
been out
that-
for ages, so
Yeah.
the same can be said for this, right? Like people are familiar with these
Spiral's
decks.
only been out for a month, and Shaddolls.
No, but like
Sorry, Spirals have been out for
Yeah.
ages.
I mean, as in this current, this iteration of Spirals plays
Yeah, but
different to.
it's not that different.
I don't think it is. It's just sending the
It's just
rescue
getting.
grave.
Yeah, it's literally just you get 4
I think
copies
it's
of
just a
Fool's Burial.
consistency of what. It's added consistency on what already existed.
Yeah, because I mean, well, the rescue spam's different to what it was before, right?
Yeah, it's just what happened before, but better.
Yeah.
and also there's better links for them to use now
Yeah.
that aren't decode talker.
That's pretty much it.
So otherwise, I mean, but watching Spiral play, like, there's just so many. Like, it wasn't. Watching it, I never was really like. They never seemed to win convincingly.
The one matchup I watched, I think it was either just normal invoked or Shaddol invoked. He broke that board like an absolute champ. Like there were opportunities where the Spiral players should have been doing effects, but just didn't for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, "Oh, please don't activate! Please don't activate!" Because I was like, "Invoked must win." And it also made me think that I need a copy of Millennium of Isaac Restrict to help break boards.
Well,
I'm gonna wait to see if there's a reprint.
Isn't there a reprint?
Well,
It's a
it's
reprint, but
guaranteed
it
to get
might
reprinted.
yeah, but like in a few months. We'll use that to move along. Whilst there'll be another one. Anyway, so speaking of, they're coming out with a product called Legendary Jeweler Series Season 1, hitting shelves July 3rd. We'll bring back Legendary Jewelers Season 1, brings back beloved cards that are hard to find from Legendary Jewelers and Legendary Jewelers Ancient Millennium. Secret rares that weren't a part of the original set will now appear in Legendary Jewelers Series 1. So it's $15 for a box. You can get 1 out of... So 8 secret... 7, sorry. 1 out of 7 secret rare variants. One that includes the Millennium Ice Restrict and Red Ice / Dragon. So...
The Link 4 that no one wanted.
So pretty much 1 Millennium Eyes per case of that. Because it'll be 8 boxes per thing.
And it'll be secret, did you say?
Yeah, in a secret rarity.
so it's going
That'll
up in
look
rarity.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. Keep it. Hold.
But it's going to be harder to find.
No
And
one's
then,
gonna open this
Then
set.
also you get 18 so then they'll also have a booster pack that is not repackaged. It's just 3 ultra rares, 15 commons, and you'll have 2 booster packs in there.
There also, I think you might be going on to it next anyway, but apparently there's like different colour ultra rares.
Yeah, so the ultra rares can have different colors.
Yes, that's so fucking cool.
I think it's like
3 different colors. Yeah, here we go.
Blue, red.
I think it's like blue, red, yellow, or blue, red,
Yeah,
green.
blue, green, purple. Why do they like red?
Because it makes it difficult for red, green, colour deficient people to read it.
Well, yeah,
True.
but they like green, which red, green, color deficient people also cannot read.
Yeah, but the harder one's red.
Yeah. What would you know?
Well, actually,
So, I mean, you do have 2 chances to pull Millennium Eyes from that set. One is the secret rare, which is just a promo that's included, and then you'll get 6 ultra rares, 30 commons. Interesting. Look, if you get impatient between now and July, you know where to go.
we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see Millennium Eyes going crashing too hard before then. If it's overprinted in this, it's then also a colourful ultra rare, then I can see it coming down because you have 2 chances to get in the thing.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to Duelist Overload
Yes.
in a second. But is there when they announced this, I'm like, is there a chance they put Dragon in this?
There is
when
still
you
a
said dragon
chance.
before, I was like, ooh.
There's. Oh wait, you mean in the legendary?
Yeah.
Well, isn't the whole point of this is that they're just repackaging the ones that we've already had?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm I don't remember them saying that we're getting any new product in that. I feel like it's just repackaging or rebranding of stuff we've already had.
Just speed reading. Yeah, they don't say any new cards in this set.
Yeah, so that's just the first 2 or 3 of those legendary duelist packs
Yeah.
we got last year, just redone.
Yeah.
So basically, they're just doing the movie pack thing again.
Moving on to Overload. So
What's happening, Tom? I feel like you're being really quiet right now.
You're wasting away.
so we already suspect that Phantasma was going to be dual Overload. I'm pretty sure we've said as
I
much.
was sure it was confirmed, but the way people are talking about it was like it wasn't. I was like, did we not?
It was never
did we not
actually
know?
confirmed.
I swear it was in text that we were getting Fantastical Dragon Phantasme as a reprint.
I don't think it was.
Because that Instagram posted it, and it had an ultra rare. It had like that code, the exact code. So that guy actually has those packs.
I need to message him. Is there anonymous?
No, he's a fucking like. Good luck talking to that guy. He made me uninstall Instagram. I just got so angry I deleted it. We'll go through the reprints first. Castle Stromberg, Phantasme, White Mare, What Giraffe, and Swap Frog all get ultra rare reprints in this set.
What Giraffe is so fucking random.
What Giraffe is kind of wild though.
Its effect's not even that good, is it? It's like they can't activate spell and traps for the rest of the turn after it attacks.
Yeah, but it can attack directly. So if
Yeah,
you
I'm aware of what do.
yeah, so you sit there and poke.
Yeah.
You lock them out.
It's for the end of that turn. So they move on to their turn and they activate spells and traps again.
Well, if under Mystic Mine, you Mystic Mine, What Giraffe.
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It works. It works.
Yeah, except yours gets to 10,000 with other help. It needs to attack 10 times.
How much attack is it on?
1,000.
1,000.
It's 8 times.
Yeah, but I'm just comparing it to your one that gets to 10,000.
Cauldron of the Old Man kills quicker.
True.
Fucking cancer kills quicker.
Madolce Magellan and the XE as well get a reprint. A bunch of Malefic and Cubic stuff, which we know exactly. We knew
I'm
that
so
they were going to
keen.
be in this.
Fuck
but-
Malefics.
I'm so keen. Yes, give me fucking 4K fucking beat sticks.
Shout out to Danny for having all the Malefic stuff.
I know. It's just been sitting in my folder by like a couple cards.
What's the reprinted Link Monsters? Pretty much all the Link Monsters we're missing we're getting. We get the Tour Guide of the Underworld, Chaos Legionnaire, Cyber Dragon Infinity, and the Kagari Alternate Arts. We pretty much already knew that
Yeah.
anyway. Double Evo Pill, Cyber Emergency, a couple of Magical Musketeers.
Couple of Witchcrafters.
Yeah, Witchcrafters as well. Endless Judgment.
That's a new card.
Ah, what? Really?
Yeah,
What does
we
it
haven't
do?
had that before. Negates a summon, then banishes 5 zombies from the grave, and then summons a zombie from deck.
What's it count? Yes.
Not great.
No, it's not great. It's just there.
It's just a thing.
And impermanence.
Yes.
Yay!
Again.
Maybe this time it'll be under $70.
I mean, for the start it will be, but then after a while. I'm sick, shut up.
We get oversized cards as well. The
They look
For
so
no reason.
shit. They look so
Hey,
crap
Manga
because
Tour
they're
Guide of the
like...
Underworld doesn't
Give
look
us
too bad.
giant cards.
Give me.
Manga Stars Dragon, and I don't like the. Oh, is that meant to be CDI?
Yeah, it's the manga art of CDI.
Terrible. Alright, so into the world premiere cards that
Also,
also like the video of this, like I do definitely like them presenting it. Like I don't mind that guy who talks.
I
He's-
hated him.
Bro, at one point.
Between the music and his voice, it
Oh,
sounded
yeah.
like
This
a fucking
video of us-
infotainment from the 1970s.
This video of us, he was like, and now for the most important part. And we were like, what? Like, it was terrifying. Also, sorry, headphone users.
Actually, before we get into the exclusives, the coverage was pretty good for the two YCSs as well.
Yeah, from what I could see, nothing sort of went wrong with any of them.
Farther's bit as well. He does pretty well at that.
I do like, particularly his chemistry, because that's one of the dudes that he used to have on his table 500. He has very good chemistry with, I can't remember his name now. But yeah, they were really good, and they know about the game,
Yeah.
which is one thing that really bugs me about some of the other ones. Is like they'll sort of half get effects, and you see them there going, "That's not how it fucking works."
Yeah.
Was it like when he summoned Power Giant and Fire was like, yeah, I know what this does.
Oh yeah,
I can list it exactly. You just see it so many times. And yeah, they were bouncing back and forth. Their plunder commentary is really good too.
yeah. No, I did like that when they were like, the Farmer's like, "Oh, he searched another copy of Shipyard," and he's like, he didn't say it with nearly enough enthusiasm. He's like, "Okay, let me try again. Shipyard."
Yeah, that was it was a good choice from them. But then they had this bloke.
We were watching that Plunder Patrol match, and we were just being like, this guy should have won this match. Like, he had everything he needed.
And then just activated instant fusion.
And then was like, no, it was mind control.
Oh, yeah, the mind control.
He mind
Oh.
controls, and he goes,
Pass.
pass. And it goes back to him. We're like, what are you doing?
I looked at that and I was like, "Why? Why did you do that?" And then no, because how'd it go? He mind controlled, then desired and drew into like another mind control, didn't he?
Yeah. And then passed. They didn't know TK him. He mind controlled again and just skipped. Oy.
It
Hang on.
But, like, he had the out. He had... Like,
No, we
Red Beard
talked
just
about it.
won him.
No, it didn't. I told you about this. The field spell doesn't give attack and defense increase unless it's with the monsters in the back row.
Yeah, but he had other ways to get to it, right? We definitely figured out a way for him to beat that board.
No, it was so long
He
ago.
just had to summon it to the Sayuja zone.
Like a week.
Yeah, that was how I was saying it. You'd summon it to that zone, then you can beat over the diner.
Yeah,
And he
then-
instead he was like, mind control pass.
Oy. And also, and taking... Because he took the dinosaur in the first one, yeah?
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you...
Yeah, you've taken the thing that you need to kill to be able to do
That
things.
guy definitely got on stream because he had a cool hat.
Which they made him take off for the stream anyway.
But yeah, because he had to wear the things.
But that is all to say that the European coverage people, they're all cool. They're all right. This guy here,
If only we
he's-
could
'cause he's-
compare them to our Australian coverage people. Oh wait,
It's just Yahweh the
Just
laptop.
Yahweh and like him
I mean,
furiously writing as fast as he can. He's at that 90 words per minute.
actually, I don't know how I would deal with that if I was in a stream and you have some dude over in the corner just like,
Transcribing what? It's like, sorry, did he plead guilty?
I want that turn stricken from the record.
This is gonna really hit with our crowd of 16-year-old listeners.
someone Foster Diner. I object.
I find this to be inconceivably untrue, unequivocally, and
Look at the big words.
totally
Awesome.
deny
You
all
can't brag that
deny
window.
all allegations that
Uh,
I'd lost. That's me.
Yeah,
Andrew's,
I didn't lose. I was acquitted from this duel. Total exoneration.
My opponent flips some beer in hand. I plead the fifth summon.
Screw the courts. I have money.
That's how most legal systems
But this
go.
this all comes back to that guy. I don't mind him, but when he's got weird music playing over him and he's trying to describe new cards, it's kind of hard to listen to.
And he's describing them.
And then also hypes up a card as in what, like one banned card coming back, card to safe return, gives a bit of background on that,
And I was
and
like,
then says
Mayakashi, fuck yeah!
Mayakashi gets a continuous trap, which does somewhat of card to safe returns effect, or not.
It really? No.
No, it doesn't.
No. It's real bad.
So yeah,
Just bring back card to safe
Mayakashi
return.
Mayhem, continuous trap card of a zombie synchro monster, special summoned except from the extra deck during the damage step. Even during the damage step, sorry. You can apply one of the following effects. You cannot apply that same effect of Mayhem for the rest of this turn. Draw one card, set one Mayakashi spell trap from the deck except itself. Set one monster with the lowest attack your opponent controls to the graveyard, your choice of card, or inflict 800 damage to your opponent. So, that's definitely not what card safe return does. Like,
Well, it does one of those things, but it does it multiple times a turn, and it's not specific to an archetype, and it's not specific to an extra deck type that has to be in graveyard.
so
It's also not a trap.
Can Mayakashi's loop special summon from graveyard?
Yeah.
Uh,
Four times.
well, that's the only time they can do graveyard summons just off turn, because the whole point of it is like when the higher level of the synchros is destroyed, the lower level one triggers, banishes a zombie to summon itself, and then does things.
Yeah.
And the one below
So
that.
there being a
one below
continuous
that,
trap
right.
actually isn't
Yeah,
the worst
so
thing.
you synchro up in your turn, and then
And
they
then
all
synchro
chill in grave,
down
and then,
and-
yes.
Let's count.
So if this wasn't a hard once per turn,
If this wasn't a hard once per turn, it would depend a lot on what your opponent does, because you wouldn't be able to trigger it yourself.
yeah. Alright. So it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
Legitimately.
So even if it wasn't a hard once per turn, it's still a problem.
No,
Therefore,
the best that Mayakashi can do is still the Bone Towers Mill.
yeah.
That's it.
I was
Even
so
if you
hyped for
just
that deck.
gave them a card that said, when a Mayakashi is summoned, they still wouldn't win. They still wouldn't be good. You could let them draw 6 times a turn. Like, if you've got Mayakashis in your deck and your deck is a Mayakashi deck, you get to draw 6 for turn. They still lose. It's still bad. That deck is bad.
The next exclusive card is Hollow Giant's Continuous Spell. Activate this card if both players control a monster on special summon from the extra deck. Negate the effects of face-up monsters special summon from the extra deck. If monsters that are destroyed by battle, including 2 monsters that were special summon from the extra deck, send this card to the graveyard. Also, the players who control the destroyed monsters take 1,000 damage.
Oof.
Just the Clee stuff would be interesting, but outside of that,
It'd take a lot of setup to actually get it going.
is Wavering unbanned yet?
Yeah.
Wavering Eyes, yeah. It's been
It's not
unbanned
fast
for
enough, though.
ages. Is Scout back to 3, or did I dream that?
See, that's back to 3. Do you have clues?
I've got some of them. I should. I don't. I never sold them.
Just build anything.
Just build something, Bragg.
I'll build Shaddolls maybe.
No,
Ah! Stop saying maybe, just pick something.
no, he's gonna build what's it called, Trap Tricks, because of the feet chick.
Yeah. Speaking of Traptrix, Jinlesia. Yeah. If you zoom in hard enough, once again, there's
Her feet are dipped in water.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like how I lost it.
They're not quite clean, but they're
Oceanics.
not quite dirty.
Speaking of defeat.
Attack and defense relevant. It's level 4. It's unaffected by whole trap cards. You can tribute this card. Set 2 normal trap. Set 2 whole normal traps with different names from your deck, and 1 from your graveyard. Oh no, 1 from your deck.
One
from
from
your
deck,
graveyard.
one from grave. And banish them when it leaves the field.
But hold on.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is on Game Pass now. So I can just play it for free.
So if you don't have a whole trap in your graveyard, you can't do this.
Cannot trigger.
Oh. Banish them when they leave the field. You're gonna use it. Okay, well hold on. That card's bad.
Yeah, it's not great. It's only good, like, towards turn 3, turn 4, maybe.
Terrible.
If
And
nothing else, it's just another name.
So, but, I mean, that's everything we know so far.
Why do we
Apparently,
get
there's
a
gonna
world exclusive Traptrix card? Like, Traptrix weren't a TCG archetype to begin with, were they?
they weren't, but we also got TCG exclusive stuff.
Mayakashi wasn't though. Mayakashi was OCG.
Yeah, because they were called something else before.
Something way cooler.
For a lack of a better, the Scrap Chimera Traptrix. Diana? Diarrhea? The one that summons the Traptrix in the graveyard, I'm pretty sure she was a TCG exclusive when she came out.
Okay,
Mamelo wasn't.
interesting.
I'm gonna float that out there. I reckon that complete stab in the dark, based off information floating around my head, is correct. Please say in the comments if I was wrong. Anyway, moving on. All right, so 1,000 cards, 100 cards in the set. Speaking of
1,000 cards, and we still wouldn't get a fucking Dynamis Link.
Get over it. We're not getting it. Especially not your version of it. Your version of it is horrifying.
That will be the only version ever printed. Sorry, continue, Bragg.
yeah, speaking of Fafa, he will have the rest of the list later this week, so you'll probably hear from us then if we get Dragon
So
or Extravagance or
Or Savage.
Or
Armorage. No, we already know the 2 new Link monsters in this. There's no
BLS Link?
There's no. Oh, we don't know if BLS. No, surely they would have announced the BLS Link. No. So 2 reprints of Link monsters, 30 new Link monsters. Oh,
We don't know. There's still a whole bunch
there
of
is
links that
there is
we...
about 30 Link monsters in the
That we're
OCG
missing.
that we
Yeah.
don't have. I don't think it's exactly 30 though.
We might be just under. We'll have to count.
Because there's
There's
a
no
few
way.
in here that we're still suspecting, like the one of them that comes to mind, and I hate that I'm knowing it, but for reasons I don't understand, is the Zubaby Samurai Link.
Oh.
I don't know why I know that.
Ancient Warrior Link.
No way.
But just getting that, like it's just in normal, you'll get that in Eternity Code.
I need it.
And yeah, so we'll
So do
we'll
I.
find out later in the week. The Rush Duel stuff's all shaping up. I think we'll do a comprehensive look at that when we know everything, because it's all kind of just trickling out. They're all kind of
I
starting.
know why it's called 7 now. The anime.
Why?
Because there are 7 cards in the set.
That's a funnier reason, but no, the dual disc, because it has 3 things there, it like shoots out and makes a 7 shape.
Ah, yeah. YCS Osaka might be delayed.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. And there was one more thing.
No more
I had.
shaking
Oh,
hands.
yes, the Speed Duel starter set. We know one of the deck lists. Of Enigma Magician's coming, which I'm pretty sure is a new card.
That's
Link
pretty cool.
Karibo reprint?
And yeah,
Not Link Karibo.
Yeah, Sphere
Yeah,
Karibo reprint. Spellshaker, Summoner's Art's pretty crazy. Spellbinding Circle. No, there's one card I thought was in the Dark Vision build. Beaver Warrior reprint.
There's a penguin soldier.
What was that?
How do you make such a noise with your nose?
Winged Dragon, guarding the fortress. Spell Shattering. Oh, Senju of 1,000 Hands is in it. That's pretty crazy.
Bro, I got excited for you. I don't know why
Yeah,
you said.
you heard Yo Senju. You're just like,
Yeah.
Then in the 1,000 Eyes one, 1,000 Eyes of Strict we already knew was coming. Security Orbs, I think, is an important reprint for this. A couple more Djinns will make Relinquished decks kind of formidable. Oh, Dust Tornado. Yeah, Dust Tornado as well getting a reprint as well. So don't buy those if you're buying Speed Duel cards. Alright. I think that's all. Did you go through the comments at all? Did we have any cool comments?
oh, someone made a decent like
Oh, yeah.
looking thing of what links and things are coming out.
We've had a fair few comments from the last time.
Oh, we're getting that bloke. The Sanctuary link.
Yeah, that was in the last link pack.
I am so very keen for that. I'm going to play Asians again. Because I can search Master Hyperion.
I'll listen to that back, but I'm pretty sure he didn't say the correct word. But
So I
know
can't
what it meant.
remember where we
What
got
did I
up
say?
to.
I'm pretty sure he said Asians.
Agents.
Yeah, but I knew what you meant because I was
haven't-
looking at it.
Hold on.
Ni hao.
Agents.
Sorry, I
Anyway,
don't speak
yeah.
ni hao.
Anyway, our comments. We got I can't remember if you made this post after we did the last podcast or before. So I'm
Oh,
just
we
gonna
probably should
say-
get onto that. Yeah, we podcast. Woohoo! I was in War, Melbourne.
Yeah.
Nothing was
so-
worth recording. Sorry it was late.
Pat said it's called Machina, not Machina.
Yep,
What?
it's Machina.
No, fuck all.
I think it's Machina.
No, it's Machina because Machina's a different word, and they're called Machinas in the OCG.
Yeah, well, maybe you can get your Pat. Maybe you can get your card signed by Bragg next time.
I think it's time we see other people.
He also said on the Spiral versus Invoked Shadow, which is the best. We posted that as a question in the title, and we had a few answers.
Yep.
Pat reckons Shadow Invoked is a top tier. It's a tier 2 deck in Master Rule 5. He reckons.
What? In Master Rule 5, when you can summon everywhere, he reckons it's tier 2.
Yep, because everything else will get better.
Not everything else.
They reckon. I said, "What do you reckon will be the best decks?" He said, "No clue, but they're definitely going to be some we didn't expect," and I agree with that. We can't know until it happens,
Look,
really.
I see what you mean by Shaddolls not being good in Master Rule 5
I don't know if he said top tier 2 or like top tier
as well.
2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did he write
because
the number?
He
or
wrote the
word?
number, but
So so you summon your Winder, then you can only special summon one more time.
yeah, you activate
Therefore,
danger.
Shaddolls are bad.
And then at the end of the turn, it just dies.
That is such flawed logic.
We had another person who wrote Shadoll, who said Shadoll's better than Spiral. I would say maybe. Then we got a comment on our Paul. Is that his name?
Oh yeah, yep.
On his deck profile.
Yep.
And this is probably the best comment we've ever received. So I'm going to read this out exactly as it's written.
Oh
If it says
no.
anything about Dynamist, I'm going to throw you off.
No, it doesn't. This man is my hero for the month. If he can drink like I Pro 6 month, if he make a Red Eyes 10-year deck the rest of my life.
I've got a question for you. Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Why?
Look at it. This is legit. I've read that exactly as it is.
Yeah.
Why do we keep getting like these interactions from people that are cavemen?
No, you're not a caveman. John
Dino
Power,
Beast is good,
we
isn't it?
respect you, and please subscribe.
Look,
Do we have an answer for that? This man is my hero for the month. If he
Yep.
can drink like I Pro 6 months, if he makes a Red Eyes deck, 10-year deck, the rest of my life.
I don't think there's actually a
I don't,
question.
it's,
is there?
it's a statement.
So
He's
is this
saying-
guy an
Okay, let's
alcoholic
say,
he's a
or-
let's say
legend.
what does the... Yeah,
Okay.
we've understood the first, like, he's a hero for the month.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. The bit that's in English we understood.
Yes. If he can drink like I Pro 6 month,
Wait,
if he can drink like I Pro 6 months,
If he can drink like me,
for 6
Like-
like a
months?
pro for 6 months.
like a pro for 6 months, sure. If he makes a Red Eyes 10-year deck the rest of my life. Oh, bro, it's just clicked. He said he's a legend for the month. If he can drink like him for 6 months and then make a Red Eyes 10-year deck, he'll be the hero
Yeah.
for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's there. Okay.
Paul, you need to pick up a drinking fucking problem because old mate John Power here really wants to see it. Let us know, Paul. Send a message to the page. Tell us how you're going. We'll shout you a VB.
I'll be happy to down a case of VB with you.
Also, does a Red Eyes 10-year deck just mean that you do 10-year things and then you finish with the
Dragon of
Scorpio
Red.
Link and then finish with Dragon?
No, I imagine it's
Because I feel like
you
that's
do
what
one
all
or
the...
two of the bad things per turn. I rate 10 years actually. I tried to pick them up, Paul, but couldn't get them because they went for like I bid $4 and they went for $5, and I was like,
Hey, I owe you $5.
You do.
oh.
I was aware of this.
We also just got another one that said awesome profile. Thank you. You are welcome. I'll give that a heart.
All right.
Thanks, Leon.
I mean, that counts pretty much. That's the same quality as Yahoo Gear.
Oh,
so on that
come
one,
Come on.
no, seriously, that is it. I don't have a Yahoo.
Oh no!
I put you in charge of it.
No, you didn't. I said I'll do it, and then I didn't. That's not you putting me in charge. Last time I did it, you were like, "What'd you do that for?"
Well,
I guess that's it.
Isn't this just telling?
Look, I figured out what this means, and I've been looking at this for the last week. Just like I'll wake up in the morning, open my phone, and stare at this comment, and be like, "What the fuck does this mean?"
I'm not. What does that say about Lachlan if he's the only one who translated that?
I mean, I was
You're all
getting there.
stupid.
I was getting there within like the minute that we started. He's taking the whole week.
And I got it first. It's not who starts first and then finishes. It's who finishes first.
No.
No.
The Secret of Love by Lachlan.
Look, you can start way before, but if you finish first, you're the winner.
On that note, thank you very much for listening. Ciao.